News of the Week with your anchorman, Dennis Miller.
I think it's always good when the floor manager's last words to the crowd are no applause at the beginning. Was that what I just heard? Okay. Thank you, guys. Get this out there. I'm not a complete whore, but don't say no applause, all right? Jeez. Good evening, and what can I tell you? During his State of the Union address Tuesday night, President Bush was met with silence when he dared the assembly 3 times to pull his finger. Barbara Bush and Billy Graham indulged in a little juvenilia during the address. The fun-loving pair sat in the back and made fun of the people with weight problems. The Democratic presidential hopefuls appeared together in Washington, D.C. this week to deny allegations that they're all exactly alike. Tom Harkin was kissing a baby in New Hampshire this week. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, Melda Marcos was caught trying to steal a baby. Oh, the pro-Imeldo faction. Oh. Recovering from prostate cancer, too. Prostate. Hey, no laughing either. Didn't you coach them? Senator Robert Dole announced he will run for a 5th term this year. Here, Dole demonstrates to the press corps how doctors diagnosed his problem. This is the national pastime of Japan. They think we have problems. Albania is having its first beauty contest in the city of Tirana. Since none of the women have ever been in a pageant before, many of them came across as genuine, and some were even nice to each other. James Baker's trip to Russia was a success. The only problem was the defense minister, Shapashinov, who followed Baker for 3 days, repeating the phrase, "I'm your kitty. I'm your kitty." Shapashinov, yeah, right. After disappearing for 2 days, Boris Yeltsin surfaced this week at a meeting of Russian officers. Yeltsin received a round of applause at the meeting when he stood and said, "Hello, my name is Boris, and I'm an alcoholic." The food lines in Russia are a little shorter this week. A spokesman said that the lines are now just about even with the U.S. unemployment lines. And world leaders met this week in Moscow to discuss water sharing and combating world hunger. In a symbolic effort, the leaders met around the proposed site of the world's largest salad bar. Meanwhile, on the home front, a group of Native Americans protested at the Super Bowl, decrying the stereotypical ways in which Indians are viewed. It didn't help their cause any when, after a half hour of chanting outside the Metrodome, it began to rain. Come on, Rushdie, you can't fool us. The musical Guys and Dolls will be revived on Broadway. However, the new version will be politically correct and be called Loathsome Oppressors and Women of Vision and Strength. Mike Tyson could face up to 63 years in prison if he is convicted of rape charges. On the bright side, when he comes out, he could still probably get a match with George Foreman. And Springsteen's coming out with 2 albums at once. One is going to be exclusively about cars, and the other is going to be exclusively about crummy dead-end jobs. If you elect me as your president, I'll help you incarcerate your gay son. And here's a man getting ready for a Pat Buchanan rally. All he has left to paint are the letters O and T. And guess what, folks? That's the news, and I am out of here.
From Los Angeles, live on tape, it's the Dennis Miller Show. Tonight, Dana Carvey, Laura Dern, Dick Cavett, Andy Summers, and the Supperifics. This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by the Michelob family of beers, because some days are better than others.
Little silhouette of a man. Babes you can love.
If she were a president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln.
And jokes you can understand.
What do you do if every time you see this one incredible woman, you think you're gonna hurl?
I say hurl. If you blow chunks and she comes back, she's yours.
Wayne's World.
Always a babe fest.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, February 14th at theaters everywhere.
Andy Summers and the Soporifics. Well, I've solved the applause problem. I'll just keep the damn switch here with me. And whenever I want to applaud... Yeah. It's my every TV fantasy. I love it. All right. I don't want to abuse the privilege. You know, all week long we've been celebrating the arrival of National Snack Month, which starts on February 1st. Today's spotlight snack, we've saved the best for last. It's honey-baked ham on a stick. Yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Give me some. We've got the regular size or the big size. Big, yummy. Wow. Huh? Whoa. There's a honeymoon feeling. Okay. Yeah. All right. I got to tidy up here with my chamois. I get all that ham glaze off. You just wring it out. Amazing discoveries. Well, it's always fun to check out what the rich and powerful are doing, so let's peruse a page from Vice President Dan Quayle's Daily Filofax. Okay, here we go at 8 o'clock. Wake up, thank lucky stars. 9 o'clock, buy new book. 10 o'clock, color new book. 12:05, wage quiet but ruthless campaign to remain on the presidential ticket. 12:15, wage quiet but ruthless campaign to have sex with Maryland. 12:25, golf. 6:25, make speech. 6:26, make gaffe. 8 o'clock, frighten everyone at local bar by saying, guess who just died? Dan Quayle's Filofax, folks. Beautiful. Thank you. Well, this is a thrill for me. Worked with this guy for 5 years at Saturday Night Live. Brilliant performer, and Jesus, this guy, who's funnier? Dana Carvey, folks. Beautiful.
You've got a big spread here.
I know. That's the Ponderosa. Wow. There's Hopsing over there. Right
there. There's little Joe with his little... Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, we shouldn't start that right away. Should we?
Yeah, do a little...
Little Dennis? Okay, this is... if Dennis gets really big off this talk show, I'm going to tour as Dennis in a one-man show. Kind of like Will Rogers. I'll come out on stage with the rope. I never met a pinhead I didn't like.
Good, man.
That was brilliant. I was going to die for that if you hadn't.
This is the key to life, baby, right? Right.
Can we dare?
At least we're right out in the open with it, man. I don't get anybody doing it behind the scenes. They
so
know
beautiful.
when I'm shilling for it.
I've got one in my pants right now, so...
Hey, now you must have went nuts when Bush vomited. That's such a perfect thing for you, isn't it?
Well, because I do George Bush on the show, when he threw up, I turned to my wife and said, honey, I'm going to be blowing chunks this week. I put 2 and 2 together, and I knew I'd spew. So I did it. I heard George Bush saw it, and from a mutual friend, and George Bush looked at the tape.
Wait, what is this?
Oh, some guy named Vicucchio, works at the newsstand. No, just a friend of a friend. Someone at the Saturday Night Live said they knew someone who had dinner with Bush. And Bush said, well, I saw Dana on the, doing that throw-up thing there. Almost busted a gut.
So when, that was natural.
No,
I didn't even...
So he liked it, you know? That was pretty cool.
Now, when you went to... You told me that surreal story. You're in D.C. and you get a call at the hotel. This is like the world's hippest president. He calls people just to... You know he does it to blow your mind,
Hi,
too.
Dana. Love to have you come by. Yeah, I came in. I went to the Oval Office with him,
And didn't he have you yanking his receptionist or something?
Said, tell my receptionist, what do you think her boss sounds like? I said, wouldn't be prudent. He said, wouldn't be prudent. Said, not gonna do it. Said, not gonna do it. Then, you know, we blew chunks.
Beautiful. Now, Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Used to be the president, man. You... Wait.
He didn't touch it.
No, I didn't even touch it.
Legit.
It's Garth's World. It's Garth's World.
Hey,
Teasing, Mike. Sit down. We're just teasing, okay?
No, it's Wayne's
the movie
World.
coming out.
Valentine's Day, February 14th. I play Garth, who's sort of a dysfunctional character, as a very hurt inner child, needs healing. Kind of does this sort of thing. If he sees a girl who's attractive, he goes, she's a babe. She reminds me of when we used to climb the rope in gym class. Guy's joke.
Yeah. I stayed after to climb that rope. We've got a...
Do you want to do the clip now?
We've got a little clip. Do you want to... Now, who can set the clip up for me? I'm not good at this yet.
This is Johnny Carson. Now, for those of you who don't know what a clip is, we take a little piece of the movie, and we sort of take it out, just sort of on loan, bring it to the studio. We're going to show it in the monitors, and you can watch it, and you'll have things go into your mind. You'll see images in your brain, and it's a little weird, it's a little wild, and
You are correct, sir.
It's uncanny. No, this is Wayne and Garth at their hangout, and they're hanging out on top of their car.
Look at us together here, man, like Parker Stevenson and Sean Cassidy.
I just want to lean in.
Did you get the license plate? Okay,
We are.
let's watch this clip. Wayne's World.
They're hanging out and they're talking about life and babes.
Okay.
Okay, go.
about Cassandra. She's a fox. In France, she would be called La Renard, and she would be hunted with only her cunning to protect her.
She's a babe.
She's a robo-babe. In Latin, she would be called Babia Majora.
If she were a president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln. Did you ever find Bugs Bunny attractive when he'd put on a dress and play a girl bunny?
No. No.
Neither did I. I was just asking.
Wayne's World, yeah! We'll be right back. Dana Carvey, right back after this, folks. We're back. Carvey, Miller. Now, give me a little bio, man. You know, I can't really flesh out the whole Garth character. Give me a little background.
A lot of actors work inside out. I work left to right, which is very difficult to do. I don't suggest you attempt it without a net. And thank you. No, Garth basically came from my brother Brad. You see me do that character.
Yeah, the computer nerd.
My brother Brad is a computer genius kid, and he was fixing the dryer as a kid. And we were always blown away. Brad, you're 5 years old, and you fixed the dryer with a butter knife. We're blown away, man. And Brad would hold his mouth like Garth and go, yeah, I fixed the dryer. It'll never break down again. So that's where Garth came from, and then I fused it. It's kind of a MacGyver, stoner dude character. Symbiotic thing. It is. guys, in the movie, you'll see. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll hurl. So we want the bulimic audience for this one.
I talked to your brother. Remember when I bought the portable phone and I called you? I said, I don't know how the hell this works. And 10 minutes later, I got a call from him. I thought it was you yanking me. And he started explaining the phone to me, and pretty soon he had me hitting buttons. I destroyed Russia.
That's why they split up. No, he's master of the understatement. Yeah, I fixed Dennis's phone in 10 seconds. It'll never break down again.
How's your little boy, man? Dex.
Dex, D.
I love that name. Isn't that a jazz name? Dex Carvey Trio.
Daddy, I can't dance. He's so cute that you cannot stop talking like that. Do you find yourself turning into an idiot?
Yeah.
He's so cute. Just like, he's just a little god.
I know, and they give you that look like you're the center of the universe, and you think, God, I'm really making a dent on this guy. And then he like, looks at the fridge with the same look, you know?
Oh, I get that look. Do you get? I mean, say if you're me, he's playing, he'll turn up and it'll just go, goo! And then the rest of the day you feel terrible because people are going, hi, how you doing? And you're used to that incredible, goo! So it's a letdown, it really is.
Now, how's the show, man? I missed the show. How's the bunker back
We've
then?
got 27 cast members.
I know, it's like Godspell at the beginning now, man.
It's like...
I watched the introductions.
It is like a joke. It goes on and on. Don Pardo has oxygen. He has those little paddles. Breathe, Don, breathe.
John.
You said to sit on your lap.
We were gonna. We had a big dramatic build-up to this. I was gonna ask Dana to do church bitch a little, and then we were gonna say, I guess no other catchphrase really measured up to that. But your impeccable sense of timing, you turn around, you're Stepford Wyvernot from the curtain on me. What happened with that, man?
Because he said wait for the right time, but the guy goes, I don't know if there's a cue. I'm sorry.
Is this the same guy that told him not to applaud? For God's sake, I got a mole in my camp here.
That guy's history.
Back. You know, nobody in this country could do me until you do me, and now I have, like, you know, embryos come up to me and they know how to do it.
I do you. My favorite is you as a 90-year-old man on a bench. What are you looking at? I'm old, okay, Quasimodo?
Yeah, well, as if it,
All I can do is you.
like at age 90, I'll have hair to do that with, huh? It'll be like, oh. Now, you know, it's not often I get two members. What are you doing?
John, what are you taking a nap?
All of a sudden, you're an enigma over there. Get in the game. Join with us. Come on.
Catchphrase in the round.
Sing Kumbaya.
That special?
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Yeah, I want to pump you up.
That's an army.
Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
Acting.
Uh-oh.
Party on, dude.
Oh, he's got that fourth trump card, baby.
You don't have to yell.
Oh, Lovitz. I forgot about, what was that, Mr. Disgusting, or what was?
Annoying Man.
Annoying Man, okay. I had a big...
Brilliant character. So, Dennis, how are you?
I'm good,
to see you
Johnny.
have your own show.
Now, what are you doing now?
You guys are so good together.
I'm not doing a thing. I need
This
the
just
exposure.
feels too weird, man.
Well, you know,
I'm doing this.
I'll say one thing for you. Guys leave the show, they're making a lot of bread. You got some nice threads on you, too.
What, this is the gap?
Jesus, God.
What?
I feel like
shop
I'm
at
at
the
a
gap.
jammy party here or something.
Come on, it's soft, it's cottony, it works. This is a Gap T-shirt.
Work it.
I want to do that little poster thing, holding the baby, you know? No.
Soft, sensitive.
Yeah, I can't wear a tie. I've got a 13-inch neck. I look like an 8th grader going to Sunday school. You know? I mean, come on, man. I look like a fetus with shoes.
Throw me a little crowd pose. I miss Hans and Franz. Yeah. There we go. These guys.
Yeah, you know, you better watch Dennis Miller's show. Look out, Arsenio. Here comes Dennis.
Okay. Now, Johnny, you're working on something for
Johnny,
Fox,
I
aren't
did
you?
not
Or
know
you
that.
might do something for Fox? What's the deal?
Yeah, I might do my own show and I did the movie League of Their Own and the movie Mom and Dad Saved the World with Terry Garr and Jeff Jones, and it might come out this summer. I don't know if it's ever coming out. Well, that's coming out, but I don't know when.
John, you always have a place at my house. You can always hang out there.
Yeah, and drive you.
You got a nice new addition over it. Tell them about the sound room, man. This is Carvey's like a closet ginger baker, so you built this little palace for yourself.
Yeah, a little soundproof room, you know, and sort of, yeah, it's got big speakers, 3,000 watts per channel. So
it's like a cyclotron, man. You just go in and scramble your brain.
It's like your chest is vibrating, your ears are bleeding. It's really cool. Excellent.
You get a little tingling in your bulbous naughty parts?
Yeah, I get a little ting. Isn't that weird? I go on Saturday Night Live with the church lady, and the censor goes, "You can't say penis." Okay. Well, can I say naughty, bulbous, tingly area? Sure, yeah. To me,
well,
like,
that's
we love that.
That's because all censors are naughty, bulbous, tingling areas.
Engorged was the one that got me. An engorged, tingly, bulbous area. Walk down the lane.
Love, Ben, you with us over there?
Love.
You come out to do the cameo, I look over, you're away on a dream somewhere. What are you doing?
John, come on.
That's a TV. It's a TV. Get a job, you can buy one and watch. Oh! Oh!
Man. Wow, ouch. Do Dennis.
I'm so rich, I don't need a comeback.
You're beautiful. Get to know me.
Get to know me.
Hey, I miss you boys, man. I love both of you, and I miss you a lot. It's
we'll
good
be
to
hanging
see
out
you,
back.
too.
We don't have a lot going.
I'll be back. We'll fry some weenies. I got the
Okay.
ham right here.
Okay.
Dana Carvey, John Lovitz. Two of the best, folks. We'll be right back after this.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by new Ultra Dash. Cleans a mess for less.
I'm too sexy for my talk show. It's a song. It's a song. I didn't mean it. I don't want anybody to write me a letter about how narcissistic I am. You know, it's a song. My next guest has distinguished herself in some of the best movies in recent years. You know her from Blue Velvet, Wild at Heart. Ooh, she was wild at heart. And most recently, Rambling Rose. Please welcome Laura Dern, folks. You look so good at it. I got the little...
He gives you your own row.
Well, I think there are other shows that do that, but I wear it home for you.
But what is this little item? Like a washcloth?
It's a yarmulke.
Why do you wear this one?
There you go.
Very attractive.
I don't know. It's some sort of little dainty face cloth. You know, take the upper layer off each night, kids, and then you get that kicky glow about you. Hey, I had your mammy on last week. She was clean. Yeah. She had that glow about her. All those people who live out in Sedonia, I'm convinced there's some magic in the water out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she looked so happy and
that's
figured
great.
out. She must have been a good mom, huh?
Yeah, she is. She's pretty figured out. I feel lucky that usually people think, you know, you've had this insane upbringing if you're raised by parents who are actors, but they try to figure out their stuff. You know, that's like what they do for a living.
Right.
So you're allowed to like tell the truth and talk about your problems.
Yeah, I would imagine it's an open forum as opposed to some little kids that's so closed-minded with them. Don't tell them about this, don't tell them about that. But parents who are in the acting field, they're experiencers, aren't they?
To say the least.
And your dad, your dad's such a brilliant, your mom too, but your dad, Bruce Dern, I think is one of our most brilliant actors. Yeah, you can get... And so intense. I mean, when he played in Black Sunday, when he played the psycho and he was taken off with that woman they knew they were both going to die.
Yeah.
It was so brilliant how sad he was and yet maniacal he was in the same moment. You know, you thought, Jesus, that's amazing to convey that.
It's terrifying, too, to say the least.
Yeah, you got to bring your dates home to him. That must have been intense, huh?
Dad, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
But he's great. You know...
What?
This is like very much like You know when Lucy and Ricky Ricardo moved to the country? They had little Ricky. This furniture reminds me so much of their furniture. I just want to share that with you. I couldn't get it out of my mind.
Actually, under this wig, I'm William Frawley. And, Laura, you can't stay at the club. You must go home. No, that's my Cuban. Am I lame? I was actually doing Ricky Ricardo there. That's the saddest ass impression you've ever.
Ricky Ricardo combo.
You know, I always love is Ricky Ricardo was the hippest band leader at the world's hottest nightclub, New York City, biggest city in the world. His best friend was an 800-year-old janitor. What was the hookup there? It was like Jagger hanging out with Howard Sprague or something. I know,
Lucy always knew the stars. He never knew any of them. She had to work so hard to meet them.
Lucy. Now, what's Ramblin' Rose? Great film, and you must be excited about the response it's received.
Yeah,
huh?
we're really excited. It's so rare you get an opportunity to do a movie, you know, that you fall in love with and characters that you love. So we were really lucky. And to work with my mom and Martha Coolidge, who directed it, who's a very good friend, and all the actors, Robert Duvall, Lucas Haas, they were so wonderful.
You and Lucas had a little coming-of-age thing there, didn't you?
Yes, we did. I think I had more of a coming-of-age thing than Lucas.
Oh, Lucas
I mean, he
was
taught me a few things about life and the heart, to say the least. But he's extraordinary. I mean, he's one of the best actors I've ever worked with, and he's 15 years old.
Yeah.
And we had a scene, as you know, where we were in bed together, and he at the time was 14, and I was playing a 20-year-old girl, and it's intense.
And how many days did it take to shoot?
We did it over a 4-day period, and actually we shot it around...
4 days?
Yeah.
Kids, you know, kids have such staying power at 14. Let's look at this clip from Rambling Rose, folks. This is a clip.
Well, it's kind of hard to think right now. You really shouldn't act like that. Oh, I know. But I didn't. Really, there's only one. But he's out of town and didn't leave me no forwarding address.
No forwarding address? No forwarding address. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Now, in the shock of her brilliant move, I forgot something. Rose will lie like a child. Now, she's no more pregnant than I am.
I am.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. You always seem to, even at a young age, and I know a lot of actors don't have this luxury, but you seem to pick things that really interest you. I don't think you prescribe to that one for me, one for the money theory, do you?
Well, I mean, I'm trying hard to sort of pick and choose, and I think luck has a lot to do with it, too. At the time that you can work or get a great script, that, you know, that it's wonderful people working on it, and I feel really lucky. I've worked with the greatest directors and beautiful characters and stuff, so I think it is a lot of luck, too.
Yeah.
And also parents who sort of helped guide me to do the right things and try to have integrity.
Now, in addition to some of the best directors, you've certainly come to be affiliated with, shall we say, one of the more idiosyncratic auteurs we have, David Lynch. And there are moments I'm like amazingly blown away by his work, and other moments I find it repellent. I guess that's what art is, you know. I mean, it gets a reaction out of me one way or the other. Some of it I go, Jesus. But what is he, you know, God, I feel like a gossip column. What's David Lynch really like?
But he's great. You know, it's so amazing because so many people said, you know, growing up in Hollywood, you must have had such an eccentric childhood, parents, actors, going around in limos all the time. I mean, don't you wish you had a normal childhood? And I was told that I was going to meet this wonderful man who was going to direct this film, Blue Velvet, and he was from the the Northwest and Middle America, good family upbringing, and he was from the normal Americana, right? And I met David Lynch.
Yeah.
So I thought, man, I don't know.
It's like
I don't know about this.
Grant Wood painting on psilocybin or something, I guess. Now tell me about the chicken kit. This is the most bizarre concept I've ever heard.
I opened his freezer and I found several various animals frozen in his freezer, and he takes an animal and he makes a kit of it. He takes the animal apart. This is so sick. But he takes the animal apart and he photographs it and he tells you how to make a chicken or how to make a fish. And it like gives you a bag of feathers and clothes to, you know, stick on to the animal.
Come on,
That's
folks,
David
they're
Lynch,
chickens.
guys.
They don't live forever, all right? Occasionally a chicken might crow. Well, it's Dave's thing, not Laura's. Don't lean on her.
I just worked with the
She
man.
just opened the fridge looking for a yoo-hoo, and let's not jump on her. Well, I don't know. That seems like it would go hand in hand with what he does. That doesn't surprise
Yeah, no,
me.
it does. He's always going for the bizarre.
Yeah.
But he's brilliant. He's wonderful to work with.
Hey, it's nice to meet you. I think
Nice
you're
to
a
meet you,
charmer,
too.
and I'm glad to have you here. Thank you. We'll be right back after this. Laura, there, folks. Thank you. We are back. It's like 8,000 degrees in here, isn't it? Huh? I feel like Cliff Robertson at the end of Charlie. Just got those flowers for Algernon, college crowd. My next guest has been the host of his own highly acclaimed talk show since 1968, and along the way has garnered 3 Emmy Awards. Let's welcome the star of CNBC's Dick Cavett Show, Dick Cavett. You know, seeing you moonwalk brings to mind my favorite Cavett caveat of all time.
Oh, yeah?
When you were hosting the Emmys, and you chilled the Apollo, what was it, when they went to the moon the first time?
Oh,
it was my favorite
yes.
moment. Cavett, beautiful. He's emceeing the Emmys. Do you know the story?
Yes,
Or I don't want to
do now.
embarrass
I think,
you.
in fact, you reminded me of earlier this year. Yeah, I was there with the first man on the moon, and he was reading the cue card, and when he blew the 3rd word, I said, they don't require reading in the space program.
But you have to remember, this guy just came back from the moon, and like America was completely in love with him. And I was home in bed watching. I said, God, I can't believe he just took a shot at Neil Armstrong. I thought that took
I did it for you. You would have thought that I had done something unspeakable on the flag from the mail I got from that. Yeah. Do you save your hate mail?
Well, you know, I've only been on a week, so I only have 10,000 pieces of it. I don't like to save the first 10,000, but...
My first show, I did something that offended somebody, and a letter poured in from all over. And it was the Goodbye Forever, Mr. Cavett. I have always enjoyed your show. I had only been on one day. And I love the Goodbye Forever people, you know. And I am so bloody sick of political correctness that I don't know what to do. I would like to...
Yeah. It's ripe out there, isn't it? I mean, you go onto college campuses now, it's like a minefield for a comedian.
I know, I would like to insult every race I can think of right now. Every minority group, every little group of downtrodden people. I am just sick of it. I got a note, what was it? Have you gotten yet a... oh, you're doing a hell of a job, by the way.
Beautiful, Dick.
You have a tendency, you have a slight,
You can see them all jumping on board. Yeah. Is that a bobsled team?
Well, let's hear from the rest of you. You don't
I have a tendency to what? I need your knowledge. What am I doing wrong here?
Some input?
Yeah, give me a little, well...
I heard that someone rapped you for your proclivity toward sesquipedalianism in one of the columns. I don't know why they should do this. Was it the Star? Something did.
No, the Star had me kidnapped by Elvis, Bill Clinton, and a UFO. And...
What was I going to tell you about hate mail? Oh, yeah, the Goodbye for... There's the For You See letter. You'll get one of those.
They preface everything.
Yeah, the first 2 paragraphs are, I love your show, Mr. Miller, and so on and so on. The other night, in the show, you were talking to your friend Dana Carvey, and you used the phrase basket case. I will never watch your show again. For you see, Mr. Miller, I have no arms and legs, and so on. And
it's so infrequently you get the letter.
Well, I had a... Now you're doing it.
No. For You See.
I used to have a box of For You See letters, and I was talking about this to a well-known comic, Mr. Melvin Brooks. Do you remember the flatulence scene in Blazing Saddles?
Sure.
He said, I know what you mean. He said, I have one I saved. You made fun of people with uncontrolled flatulence, Mr. Brooks, and I've always enjoyed you. But I will never see you again. I'm going to try to get all your movies banned from theater. For you see, Mr. Brooks, my daughter and I have had uncontrolled passing of gas. You have just set us back 20 years in our psychoanalysis and so.
Well, it just goes to show, Dick, you can't please every old fart that's sitting there. You know, you gotta take shots.
So I say,
thank you.
You know, I mean, I figure you have every right to be offended, but so what? Don't go with your daughter and inflate the Hindenburg. Do something. Get me out of this.
You know, when I was young, and not that young, but when I was halfway through my life, I used to watch your show all the time, and I thought boy, it was unlike any other talk show I'd seen when you would do 90 minutes with somebody who wouldn't do talk shows otherwise, like Hepburn or the Brando shows. I thought they were amazing.
I know, I got everybody they told me I'd never get, except for a couple. And they got jaded, you know, it's because although there was still someone I hadn't met, John Wayne, and then there was still someone I hadn't met, and that was the great Toshiro Mifune from all the great Kurosawa films.
Mm-hmm.
But are you saying you were a tiny little stripling watching me when I...
No, I was like, it was, what, early 20s, I guess, stuff like that.
But I don't know why you would want to do this. It will rob you of your youth and your beauty.
I know, but...
When I started, I was a tall, red-headed man.
I'm doing it in the faint hope that someday I'll meet John Wayne. I don't know that that's going to happen. We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back. We got a great, we got a clip, a weird...
Can I stay? Oh, I know what you've got.
Yeah, you have to stay. Yeah. You're finishing it with me. Don't go anywhere. Right back with Dick Cavett after this one.
If you're going to be in Los Angeles and would like to attend a taping of the Dennis Miller Show, please drop us a note. Care of the Dennis Miller Show, Post Office Box 8160, Universal City, California 91608, or call us at 818-506.
We're back. Mr. Dick Cavett. Welcome back. Now let's get in. Let's watch the clip right away because I want to see this stuff.
I used to love anything about it before we begin.
Do we know? Do you know?
Finger bowls. Finger bowls, things you dip your fingers in after you've gotten them filthy from eating. Am I on the right track? Am I warm?
Why don't you look at your question sheet and ask a question? Hey, can I talk to the audience for a moment?
Why don't you fold it 5 ways and put it where the moon don't shine?
Cavett, on your word of honor, did you just make that up, or have you had it canned for years and were you waiting for the best moment to use it?
I have to tell you a quote from Tolstoy.
He's so cantankerous. For a second there, the body English looked like he might be ready to go, huh?
He looked like, yeah. I mean, he was, well, he's always using fight metaphors.
Yes.
Let me just say for the record that I'm wild about Norman Mailer. I just think he's great.
Yeah, he's great.
And I'm not just saying that because he's backstage. But I don't know why I said that. I'm not aware of ever having heard that phrase before. What preceded it was, at one point I said, if you punch a lady here or something, because the great Janet Flanner was sitting there, and he said, Cavett, you know that I'm the gentlest of the people here, and I wouldn't hit any of you because you're all smaller than I am. And I had said, in what ways smaller? And he said, intellectually smaller. And then I had said, well, perhaps you'd like 2 more chairs to contain your giant intellect. Well, that's when he said this thing about if you'll take finger bowls. To this day, I don't know what it meant. But I don't know whether that phrase about where the moon don't shine, is it tribal wisdom from Nebraska? I don't know what it comes from.
You were speaking in tongues at that point.
But I was in Germany on the Westdeutsche Fernsehen, and they had this clip, and they said, I did the show in German. I had studied German in college with a course really designed for spies and people. And 9 times a week, Germans crammed German into my ears, whether I wanted it or not. Mm-hmm. And I learned the language. So I'm in Germany doing this show, and they said, vielleicht können Sie das übersetzen. Would you please explain this line you said to Mr. Mailer? And it sounds much, much better in German. Falten Sie es 5-mal und stecken Sie es dabei, wo der Mond nicht scheint. Yeah?
You know, I love you in German sounds like fold it 5 ways and put it where the sun doesn't shine. It just has that language has no subtlety to it.
I guess every comic will steal that now.
But
I don't know.
He really fancies himself as a bit of a Papa Hemingway, doesn't he, though?
Yeah, in fact, he talked about it later show. He said, you know, Vidal had really flattened him a number of times. Norman's gift for humor is not a rich endowment. And but he loves humor, and Vidal is a genuine genius wit. Speaking of luck, I have a special with him on Friday night. I think it was on tonight, presumably, supposedly on PBS, preempted by the Democratic debate, which must have been surely amusing. Norman, he's a great piece of work, you know.
Can you imagine anybody bred more perfectly than Gore Vidal to get under the skin of somebody like Norman Mailer? I mean, they just seem so, two brilliant men, but so...
They're sort of opposite sides of the same coin. Yeah. They see each other, I think, as just, you know, two old whores who work opposite sides of the street. And you know, and they...
Vidal, of course, being the better-looking whore.
Well... No, actually, I think I filched that. Gore said, when I ran into Norman, you know, we sort of wink at each other, and he says, still at it, Norm, yeah, still working the street. But that was, don't you like it when the ice gets thin on a talk show? I mean, when it gets dangerous, the thought that somebody might punch somebody.
Yeah. You were with Brando the night he cranked Galella in the village, weren't you?
Yeah, you know, in my first book, Cavett, Harkett Brace Jovanovic, 895, now out of print. I couldn't really talk about that because it was still pending, but...
And you know what? I hate to do this. You can't really talk about it now.
Oh, wait till you hear this. It's great.
It's for the next time.
We're walking down the street, see, in Chinatown.
We gotta go. Pretend you're listening.
What? But I...
Commercial. Bye. Thank you. The chair defers 8 seconds of its time to Mr. Cavett.
Did you know that if you rearrange the letters of Spiro Agnew, it spells grow a penis?
I'd like to thank my guests, Dana Carvey, Laura Dern, and Dick Cavett. Good night, teenagers.
He's a cop turned security guard. She's a hooker stalked by a killer. Tomorrow night at 8, Burt Reynolds and Liza Minnelli star in Rent-A-Cop, only on Channel 5. Now, stay tuned for Monsters, coming up next.
When in Los Angeles, guests of the Dennis Miller Show stay at the St. James Club and Hotel.
Bob Dylan and an all-star band, Bill Murray, and 10 years worth of stuff you can only get from Dave. Late Night's 10th anniversary special, Thursday after Cheers.
From Los Angeles, live on tape, it's the Dennis Miller Show. Tonight, John Larroquette, Amanda Plummer, Craig T. Nelson, Andy Summers, and the Soporifics. And now, it's him.
Summers and Nick, how are you? What'd you do this weekend?
Oh, I kind of laid low. I was thinking about seeing a flick, but I didn't get out. What'd you do?
Saw Kafka, and good film. Get off your shell, crawl across the floor to see this film. And, you know, they had a trailer for the new Sly Stallone, Estelle Getty film, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot You. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, pretty exciting stuff. And, at one point in the trailer, Estelle Getty actually, as Stallone's mother says, "Let's get those turkeys." So, obviously the gloves are off in this one, huh? Don't you love it when they, don't you love it when they have to sanitize the, language in these movies? They have like a Colombian drug lord saying, "Dag nabbit, this has been stepped on," you know? All right, what's in the news, folks? Zsa Zsa Gabor, 75 years old this week. And, you know, that's a lot of years to not have a clue. So, I think we really... And it's Dan Quayle's birthday tomorrow. But, you know, when you look into Quayle's eyes, you get the feeling the candles were blown out a long time ago. It's just... over the weekend, George Bush and Boris Yeltsin met at Camp David. Yeltsin said the meeting went well and that Bush and he are calling each other Boris and George now, as opposed to a few weeks ago when they were calling each other drunky and pukey, which... two of the 7 dwarfs in NATO. A poll, a recent poll, no doubt, of 1,000 Americans found that 58% think that Bush's economic plan is a gimmick, and the other 42% couldn't be reached because their phones had been disconnected. And, the joke made me so nervous, I did this 4 times during it. Good news, use of illegal drugs amongst high school seniors is down 25% since 1988. Yeah. The bad news is the reason it's down is that most high school seniors are so bad at math they are unable to make an illegal drug transaction. No, I'm kidding. It's down because they're wising up. Good for you, kids. I felt like I was at a 4-H show there for a second. A new poll suggested about 1 in 4 people won't vote for Bill Clinton if he was unfaithful to his wife. Coincidentally, another poll suggests that 1 in 4 people have actually had sex with Bill Clinton. So, kind of a mathematic consistency there. And I read today that the McDonald's Corporation, this is unbelievable, man. This is why the country screwed up. McDonald's got $465,000 last year from the Department of Agriculture to help them promote chicken McNuggets in foreign markets. Gave them $465,000. McDonald's officials picked up the money at the new drive-through kickback window at the federal office building in Washington. You want fries with that ripoff? The new trend in health news is the Nicoderm smoking cessation patches. Have you seen these? This is a patch you put on your body. It leaches nicotine into your system to help you stop craving the urge to smoke. Now, California already has announced the first no patch section in many of its restaurants because we here in California are a multifaceted mix of many cultures and backgrounds, and you see, we need all sorts of different bugs up our asses here. Thank you. I appreciate it. I watched Anita Hill on 60 Minutes last night. Did you see Anita? Kind of bright, charming. I still think something happened there. Maybe I'm naive, but I think something went down. And Clarence Thomas said he didn't even see the show. He said he and his wife rented a movie for the evening. And, yeah. Groundhog Day on Sunday. The groundhog popped out of its hole with a sign saying, "I'll work for food." And And finally, today, we began sending Haitians back to Haiti. You know, as soon as we wrap up that sad chore, we should bend to the simpler task of rewriting the motto on the Statue of Liberty. Maybe we should make it, "Send us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses." Not! We've got a great show for you. John Larroquette, Craig T. Nelson, Amanda Plummer.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Zest Deal.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, thank you. I don't know anybody who saw the show Friday. I've decided that from now on I'm going to have the applause thing right here so I can signal for it myself when I feel I need it. Yeah. Welcome to Walden 3. I'm your counselor, BF. Well, Boris Yeltsin's stunning rise to power was evident this weekend when he visited President Bush at Camp David. Let's go behind the scenes and take a look at Boris Yeltsin's Filofax from this historic weekend. All right, 9 a.m., you got that? 9 a.m., write Inkhead next to Gorbachev's name in guest book. 9:30 a.m., give President Japan Sucks T-shirt. Noon, lunch, slip plastic vomit on George's plate. Now, this next one's scratched out, but I think it says, "Ask Bush for tips on stimulating the economy." But, at 2 o'clock, change complex nuke launch codes to easy to remember 90210. Yeah. Shannon, I'm out to get you. All right, 2:30, admit to being powerless over alcohol. 7 o'clock, play I've Got Your Nose with Vice President Quayle. 8:30 p.m., packed house from Camp David Guest House. 10:30 p.m., chase Barber around gazebo and Nixon mask. 11 o'clock, do Bush impression on front lawn and pants leg. And 11:01, pass out on the helipad. And there's Boris Yeltsin. Yeah. I've got something new on my hair tonight, and it's not really working. It's called, "Gee, your hair smells like hair." Well, I made it through 2 weeks of sesquipedalian banter with minor bruises and lacerations to my cerebellum. Still, going to a psychiatrist might be an option for me in these stressful times. It is the topic for tonight's For and Against. The case for going to a psychiatrist: people are very supportive when you admit you are seeking help. Against, they tell everyone they ever knew. Case 4, it allows you to fill in the gaps in your development. Against, you completely miss the anal phase and must spend the next 3 years catching up on the Isle of Mykonos. Yeah. Somebody summered in the islands, yeah. The case for going to a psychiatrist: you get to lie on a couch. Against, he asks if he can join you. 4, you unlock forgotten passages of your childhood. Against, they all involve your Uncle Cappy. 4, you get to keep a journal of your dreams. Against, that recurrent chainsaw theme. The case for, his only request is that you be totally honest. The case against, he gets all weird when you tell him about the collection of psychiatrist skulls in your root cellar. Case 4, no matter what you've done in the past, he validates your behavior. Against, he never validates your parking. Case 4, he encourages you to break away from your sick codependent relationship. Against, you leave your wife and he starts dating her. And finally, the case for going to a psychiatrist, you learn who you really are. Against, they don't make camisoles in your size. We'll be right back with John Larroquette after this.
Spanning the globe to bring you the best on a mission for honor, nation, and spirit. Experiencing the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. It's Channel 5's Ninja Olympics. Wednesday, a world television premiere, Sword of the Ninja. Thursday, American Ninja. And Friday, Ninja 3, The Domination. Ninja Olympics, Wednesday at 8 on Channel 5.
Have you tried Taco Bell's new breakfast burrito? It's good. Moist scrambled eggs like Mama makes with cheddar cheese and sausage or bacon.
Taco Bell has a whole breakfast menu starting at just 39 cents.
Louise likes the warm caramel rolls and a hot cup of coffee.
You just drive through the takeout window and eat it on the way to work.
We'll run for the borders for breakfast.
New from Cracker Barrel, 2 shining examples of award-winning taste. Creamy California Monterey Jack, and to spice things up, California Pepper Jack. Cracker Barrel, judged to be the best.
Radical Rethink from Vidal Sassoon. Airspray. It's the first hairspray that works like an aerosol, but with pure air instead of chemical propellants. So it's better for the environment. Just pump air in and spray out a superfine mist for a professional hold. Try Vidal Sassoon Airspray. There's even a refill. A Radical Rethink from Vidal Sassoon. Airspray. Pure air, pure home.
I'm gonna get you, Leroy.
The final battle is about to begin. The Last Dragon, Tuesday at 8 on Channel 5.
Welcome back. As my depressed Mexican friend says, miasma, suasma. My first guest has won 4 Emmys, playing Dan Fielding, the unctuous toady. And I love saying the word unctuous. Say it with me, the unctuous. Yeah. The unctuous toady on Night Court. Please welcome, I gotta get this name right, because I know him, he's a friend, and I always screw it up, John Larroquette.
This is great.
I haven't seen you.
I'm a creep, and I don't care about other people's lives, so I didn't send you anything when you started this, but congratulations. Let me say that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming clean with the public about being a creep. Now, John...
Now, this is like, I mean, the Green Brothers' idea of a fantasy room, right? Stickley and Frank Lloyd Wright would get into this place and just have a blast, wouldn't they? This is wonderful stuff.
There's like Joel Silver and Louis Anderson get that, and everybody else is thinking, who's that, the neighbor on Bewitched?
I have a lot of this same kind of stuff.
Do you?
It's great stuff. Yeah, the chair's a little weird, but it's fine.
I know. We've been having trouble with the chair. What do you, if you're an aficionado, what should I do to fix this?
Just gotta push this a little forward a little bit so that you're not quite sitting at this angle here.
All right. From a man intimately acquainted with the wiles of gynecology, Dan Fielding. Now, I haven't seen you since the desert. We were out there doing a little piece of magic. My film debut.
It was so...
Madhouse!
You know, I don't know if...
It is wacky. They love this in it.
An actor's actor,
yeah.
Dennis Miller. Sort of like you know, Mickey Rourke was in Body Heat. I mean, that intensity, that charisma that just bounced off. It was great. And we had a lot of fun out there. But, you know, and you and I saw the film. You know, that was a...
Well, actually, you know, I had always talked about I decried films, and then I started to feel like a jerk for saying that because I'd never done one. You were nice enough. I think you might have pulled some strings there because I have no thespian background. And I came out and acted. I had like 4 lines. I was like, oh, I was your office crony, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were a peer, and actually you pulled us out of the morass of the backyard. That time you saved my life.
Yeah, yes. I would run back and go, Dan, get it together.
He was very good.
Cut! Cut. Then I'd go back to the trailer and bemoan my fate. But we had a good time out there.
I certainly did. I had a great time with you. So, what else? What are you doing?
Your last year, man? Is this thing going to end finally?
I don't know. You know, there was actually a philosophical discussion of that today on the set.
Oh, you were actually taping today?
No, rehearsing. Today's our first day of the week, so we just actually read the script today. You know, I don't know. Nobody has said yes. Nobody has said no. It's iffy, I think, though, that it would be. It's extremely expensive. It's not, you know, it's getting kind of old. It's like your granddad. You don't mind him in the house, but you don't want to have to see him all the time.
Right. Well, I heard a rumor that if it does come back, you're going to replace Haas.
But
Oh, wait, that was Bonanza. Sorry. Richard Mall?
Oh, really? Did you hear this? I didn't hear this.
No,
I don't think he's irreplaceable. Richard Mall is irreplaceable.
Big Dick Mall.
Yeah, until the next ice age, anyway. And he likes to be called that Big Dick Mall.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Would you like to do it again?
No.
It's a great gig. No? You burn out?
No, I'm not supposed to say that, I guess, is the political stance. But I don't, you know, my greed factor is obviously working overtime with it. But I think that after 9 years, it's been extremely, you know, all the advantages of it, all of the accolades and the money and the security and the character has been great to do. But after a while, what are you doing except just sort of like Lulu? Every week you're drawn the same way, you know? I mean, after a while it gets to be infuriating as an actor, which is, nobody cares about that. If it's funny on the air, it's funny, and it is usually funny. But it's time to move on, I think.
Well, I think people dig that you're that forthcoming about stuff. I knew if I'd asked you, is it time for you to go? And you thought it was, you'd tell me. A lot of people would do the smoke and mirror thing.
Oh, no, I can't. You know,
you got that honesty jag in you, don't you?
I know, it's a curse. You know, it's really, in many ways, is because it's the truth, you know? I don't see the way that other people see. I mean, I'm talking about if you're in a show, the way America, or the way the public views you. I mean, you're in this real time warp. There's no real life going on. There's that character. But as the actor, you know, I have to get into him every day.
Right.
And after a while, I just want to punch the son of a bitch. You know, I don't. Because he's a great character to do, but after a while, as an actor, you go, now what?
Right.
You know,
Now,
anyway,
you did a little snippet. You did a little snippet in JFK that got left on. What happened?
I did. I played, strangely enough, I played Johnny Carson.
You played a Johnny Carson type, or you actually
I played Johnny Carson, although in the film he wasn't called Johnny Carson. They changed the name, I guess, for legal reasons. But in '67, I think it was '67, Garrison came on The Tonight Show, and Carson did an hour with him. And Stone wanted this in the movie as part of the whole scheme of the movie. But the movie was like 4.5 hours long when he finished it, so there was stuff that had to go, and those scenes were not germane to the thrust of the film, so they were cut. He was very nice, so he sent a letter and sent the tape so I could view it if I wanted to. Yeah, fat chance.
How were you?
Yeah, I love sitting down in a dark room and staring at this for, you know, more time than I have to. No, I don't like watching myself. But it was nice to be part of it. It would have been nice to be seen in it.
Yeah.
But it was nice to act with him and act with Kevin. It's an
well,
interesting story.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon was great in there. And,
Kevin Bacon no, wait a minute, come here. I'm not going to defend his acting necessarily. Well, I will defend.
He was great.
I was born and raised in New Orleans.
Who was I talking like there? Who was the guy there? Yeah. But he was great.
Richard Crenna, wasn't it? Was that Richard Crenna?
Richard Crenna when he...
Kevin Bacon had the most authentic New Orleans accent of anybody in the movie.
Right.
He really found it. That part was very good.
The gay New Orleans accent.
Well, there are.
Well, you was a DJ back then in New Orleans.
Yes. Well, not in '63. I mean, not then.
No, but you served some time down there, didn't
Absolutely.
you? Were you privy to that? That was my favorite part of the movie was the debauchery that went on before all the the historical stuff, you know, the parties that Pesci and
Well,
Tommy Lee would have. God, it seemed like a
the-
crazy city, man. Amyl nitrate.
It was just that, you know, it was that way on the heterosexual side of the street as well. I mean, it wasn't indigenous to the homosexual
No, but
side
just
of the
in that movie, it was so debauched that made me laugh so hard. They were dressed like Mercury, and they had the amyl nitrate. I just said, how is this ever going to get back to Dealey Plaza, for God's
I
sake?
knew 6'4" guys named Tinkerbell in the French Quarter when I was 19, you know, Cinderella, you know. It is a city that loves to be theatrical, and all of the theater comes out in the streets.
Right.
You know, people are just that way in that town. It's great for that.
I can't imagine you as a DJ. What fresh hell for somebody with your active mind was that like? Did you enjoy it, or was it
No, I
just
think
a
the Downers
nightmare?
kept me pretty dull during those days, so it wasn't. I don't think I over
So that was the
stimulated
Downer
anybody.
phase.
Right, it was the free radio phase, you know, mother radio, where you could play, you know, 3 hours of Korean wedding gongs and people would listen to it because when they turned the radio on, you know, break out the bong and break out the FM radio, and that was it for 3 days. So you could do anything.
Was your name actually Johnny Larroquette then?
No, my name was Judas.
Yeah.
I was Judas, and all the other DJs were the apostles, Peter and Paul. And...
Wow, a little cute little theme thing going on.
Well, it was. And I picked Judas just because it seemed most appropriate to my personality.
Mm-hmm. Wow. What a telling thing to reveal to me just as we're about to cut out of this interview.
That's how I timed it.
Beautiful, John. A Garbo-like air of mystery surrounds John Larroquette. Thanks for coming on, Johnny.
You're
I
welcome,
appreciate
Dennis.
it, buddy. Crazy crowd tonight. Very Day of the Locust feel here in the studio. Tomorrow night, my guests will be actress Catherine O'Hara, comedian Jeff Cesario, novelist Harry Cruz, and composer Jinkovich von Fruitbat. Once, of course, Jinky's responsible agent, Bud Robinson. My next guest is a Tony Award winner. Our first guest was an Emmy Award winner. Second guest, Tony. Theme show. You may have seen her in the Hotel New Hampshire, the movie, not the hotel. The World According to Garp, and The Fisher King. Please welcome Amanda Plummer. You're okay?
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah?
All right.
Hey, what was it like to have a plumber for a dad? Christ, that was so lame. Thank you for nailing that back at me. I needed that. What a laugh. Huh?
No, I was thinking of when I get nervous, when you're at the beginning of your show, you were very funny, and you said that you said this a number of times.
Yeah.
I was thinking, when I get nervous.
Oh, I'm afraid to ask. Here we go. Yeah.
I go under my dress, like kids when they go, when they meet people.
Uh-huh. Wow. Let's,
I saw a kid do that in what? Kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
To a boy. I went, what the f are you doing? It took me 18 more years to figure that out.
Yeah, that's a big word for kindergarten kids. I was barely cognizant of what paste meant, much less. Now, your parents are both actors, right? And you okay now?
Yeah.
You want to pull your dress up?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, they both were.
Because I have culottes on. Your parents were both actors. What was that like growing up? You didn't see much of them, did you? Or?
No, but my mother did something very, very sweet. When I was 7, she called me into her bedroom, and she said, in bed, because she was very tired, I gotta tell you
Is she doing Broadway?
That it's, Amanda, my dear, I love you, but I'm never around, and I just want you to know that that doesn't mean that I don't love you. And I said, I understand, Mom. I understand. And I did. It's amazing how smart we are then, in the old days.
Did you understand, though?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
I understood. I mean, I think children are...
Yeah, but kids
have to understand so much, and then it's the ununderstanding that you have to go through in your older ages. You know, as you grow up, you have to undo that because it's tiring understanding everything.
Do you have children?
No.
If you have kids, what are you going to do with your acting career? Are you going to remember your being away from your parents as pleasant, or are you going to try to be with your kid more?
Oh, I loved it when they were away.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, what kid wouldn't?
Well, you know, it's fine to have them away for jammy parties and stuff like that, but in the long run, were you a little lonely or no?
Nah.
No? Not at all?
It was very self-entertaining.
Yeah, did it help your imagination? No, I must have. You know what's funny is you and Robin were both in the Fisher King together, and I know when Robin was young, he was often left alone with his army men and that, and
his army men?
Yeah,
in his head?
Oh, I think I think he. Those two, but the actual little, I think he used to fight these elaborate Kubrick-like battles up in his attic with these little army men, and I was wondering, you guys both had that similar, did you talk about that when you did the film at all?
No, not at all.
I thought I had a real in there.
I think we knew that anyway.
Really? You hooked up?
I think so. Sure.
Kindred spirits?
No, I don't know about that.
But you hooked up.
I love him dearly.
Yeah. We're going to look at a clip here from the film. This is from The Fisher King. Okay. Amanda Plummer with her
It's a
dress.
little old-fashioned considering what we're about to do.
What are we about to do?
You're walking me home. I think you're a little attracted to me.
Yeah?
And you'll probably want to come upstairs for some coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
And we'll probably have a drink and talk and get to know each other a little bit better, get comfortable. And then you'll sleep over. And in the morning, you'll awake, and you'll be distant. And you won't be able to stay for breakfast.
First dates in New York are such fun, aren't they?
Especially on the street, yeah.
Yes. Now, you seem to play, you have that sort of quaver in your voice. You play quirky characters, a bit of eccentric. Would that be a fair thing to say?
Oh, yes, yes.
What
My
character would you like to
God,
play?
Don't you like unusual people?
Yeah, sure I do.
Stories about unusual people? I think everybody thinks they're unusual anyway.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean unusual negatively, obviously.
I know you didn't. But believe me, there are people who do.
Yeah?
In this business, and I'm dog-eared tired of it all. I once had somebody say, you know, you're very peculiar for the umpteenth time, so I looked it up, and it was a beautiful word. It meant of my own. It meant, it was preserved. It meant all kind. And I thought, well, you just have to figure out I mean, isn't that good? So you have to figure out some other thing, other word to insult me by or something.
No, I wasn't looking to insult.
You.
Okay, the word for me then is paranoid. I keep thinking, I don't want to make you feel bad. I keep thinking I'm making you feel bad. Oh, okay.
No, it made me sad when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, I always wanted to play the girl next door. There's no such thing. The girl next door is probably more peculiar than I am.
Especially when you live next to an asylum. Now, what would you like to play? You're so delicate. Didn't I read in your notes you were in the Glass Menagerie once?
Yes.
I can see you in that, because you are like a little Fabergé type guest out here. I feel like I have to be delicate with you. No?
No.
Well, that little delicato in the voice, I find that very endearing. What's next for you? What are you working on now?
Getting a job.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Want to be my Ed McMahon?
I'd love it.
Can you say, "You are correct, sir"?
You are correct, sir.
So you don't have any film in the pipeline you might want to tell us about?
No.
No? Hey, I met Mercedes the other night. She told me a great story. Is it apocryphal about seeing your mom? Did she ever tell you that story?
Yes.
Isn't that
yes,
weird?
And I was in the boat.
You were the little baby in the boat.
And the baby in the boat that was sinking. And I remember this.
Mercedes Rule went to see her mom in a play when she was little, and the moment she looked down at her mom on stage, she knew she wanted to be an actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of neat, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Meanwhile, I was sinking.
But now you've plumbed to the surface, Amanda Plummer. And it's nice to meet you.
Nice
Thanks
to
for
meet
coming
you,
on.
too.
Ms. Plummer, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right hitting that wah-wah pedal like Klaus Bormann at the concert for Bangladesh. You know, we've come to my last guest. He must have an award of some kind. Yes, an Emmy Award-winning comedy writer. He starred in Poltergeist before making his mark in the top 10 hit Coach. Craig T. Nelson, please welcome Craig T. Nelson, ladies and gentlemen. You cuffed me around like the young, brash ragamuffin that I am.
And it was easy. It was easy. No resistance at all. Man, what a wimp.
Hey. I want to get on Jerry Van Dyke's bad side. Now, what's the deal? Were you up at the, well, it used to be the Crosby Clam Bake, but now it's the corporate...
AT&T...
Pebble Beach.
Yeah, well, you know more than I do. That's where I was. Up there
How'd
in
you
Monterey.
shoot?
I wasn't very, I didn't play very well. It was, I was humiliated, and it's very... Well, I mean, hey, are there any golfers, I mean, at all? Does anybody... Okay, you know, so...
I'm just trying to set up a rapport here,
Yeah,
man.
well...
Yeah, I play bad. I'm like 110.
Oh, well, that's a...
You're...
That's what that is.
Jesus. I've got an Emmy, I've got a Tony, I've got an S word and an F word, all in the same show. Yeah. Amanda said the F word.
I thought
she
I
said
heard
she
it.
was in Freudian therapy. No,
No, I just didn't play well, and you know, and there's such beautiful courses, and everything was nice, and the weather was beautiful, and it was the perfect time to do well, and the show's doing so well, and all that, and the people are lining the fairways and all of that, and they're yelling out, "Coach, Coach," and pretty soon you start getting real, you know, I'm starting to feel trapped in that name, you know, I'm not Coach, hey, come on, and I'm yelling back at the people, and then they're...
So it just
All the way
degenerated.
around, you go back to the hotel and you just sit and have a cappuccino and go, what am I doing? You know, I mean, I don't need this kind of, you know, I start thinking about spirituality and, you know, and thinking about, well, what is the meaning of life? I mean, this is what golf does to you, you know? It's like, why even bother? I mean, oh, gosh.
Golf
you
in
know?
the Kingdom, Chevy Irons. Did you ever read that book?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the best book on golf. Unfortunately, no one can attain that state of mind.
Right. You can't zen out to that
You can't
position.
zen. It's not zen in the art of motorcycle maintenance. It's golf, and you got to look good.
Beautiful.
You know, wear a nice outfit and look good. You know?
Hagar slacks. Hey, you better dig.
I'm wearing Armani slacks now. I have to play golf, and I'm thinking, well, at least I'll look good. They'll wave, you know, kind of nicely.
Want that nice break on the golf spikes.
Yeah.
And
good black and white, you know, looking good shoes, and then you're in the trees, and who cares? You know, it's like
you just hope they're green slacks at that point.
Yeah.
Hey, but you better dig the coach thing, because you know what? It's like if you do feel trapped in that, you should dig it now, because you know what always happens in life? You get something you want, and you get that nice hook, and coach is a nice thing to be calling, hey, coach, and it's endearing, and then you always think, oh, God, I don't know if I want to be trapped in this, and then years later you look back and you think, God, I should have dug that when I had it, because it was great, right?
Oh, I really love it. It's not that. It's just that...
Well, it's just nice to get to a place where they have a handle on you, right?
I mean, it's like he's sitting on a mountain or something, and I traveled all this way.
Yeah.
You got put a little Vaseline in your hair and just, you know, talk like that.
Oh, man. Yeah. I have been rebuked by Grasshopper. Now, what's the deal over there, Coach? Rob Schneider from our show does it once in a while. What's he play on there? You know Schneidley? Little guy? Copy machine guy? What's he do on your show?
Well, he played Leonard Crailman, who was a...
Leonard Crayola? One of 64 children. G'day! Oh, that's pretty sharp.
Leonard Crailman.
Oh, Crailman. Okay.
Jeez, man. He was a computer expert, and he wanted to be part of the football team, and he couldn't make it. He was like a nerd kind of a guy. And what he could do was like predict how well we were going to do, and he was such a great character for me because I could bounce. And Rob was so quick, and he came up with such great stuff. And now he's famous, so we can't.
You can't get him back. Can't afford him.
I mean, the money is like, you know, hey, you know, Rob, take it easy, dude. You know, hey.
Not kicking out 10 G's a week for a nerd character.
I'm not making that much. So he's not doing, you know, we tried to get him on the show, but he's so good. And,
too big.
Yeah.
Move on.
He's funny.
Got to take a break. We'll be right back with Craig Nelson. The key is silent.
If you're going to be in Los Angeles and would like to attend a taping of the...
With my new best friend, Craig T. Nelson. Hey, now let's get this little clip out of the way so we can, this is from the Coach show. Any setup for this, Craig? You got a little clip? Uh-oh. Wow.
Heavy-duty comedy acting right there.
No, you got that nice vibe of it. You got that big gregarious Baloo Jungle Book thing happening, man. You just want to get to know that Hayden character.
Well,
huh?
That was my character study, was the Jungle Book Disney.
And I, of course, would be the little tough-haired Mowgli. Hey, now, I can't believe a big, strapping guy like you. I usually think of my covert operatives as more kind of bland-looking than you, but you were once recruited by the CIA, is that true?
Well, they came to the college I was temporarily visiting.
Yeah.
While I was deciding what I really wanted to do, and they said, I was in the Air Force ROTC program, and they sent out these little interview things, come and interview for they called it something, I can't remember exactly, so I went for the interview, and I knew when I got
Air America?
No, it wasn't, no, because my father-in-law flew for Air America, so I knew what that was. But this was a covert deal, because there was guys there that were covert people. I mean, you could tell they were asking covert kind of questions. And,
so there was a lot of covertosity there.
Yeah, there was, and I really wanted to major in criminology, so I thought, well, this would be, so I went, and I realized at the time that I was not suited for it. They give you psychological tests and all of that, and I failed it miserably for their requirements. And that's when I decided that I'd go into acting. Plus, I had a lot of pimples and stuff, and I thought, well, I wasn't as tall or as big as I am now. I was only about 5'11". I hadn't reached maturity. Puberty came much later, when I was like 25. So I failed, but it was...
You failed for the CIA because you had pimples?
Pimples, and I answered their questions wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, I was kind of like a liberal kind of person, but again, I was searching in that spiritual kind of journey mode, and they really didn't relate to that much at all.
No. No, but doesn't CIA stand for clear still is available? I did one of those lame, doesn't it stand for jokes, but I was right there with it, wasn't I?
You were very quick.
How'd you get from Arizona to Hollywood now? What happened there?
I went and crop dusted or loaded, and I was a loader, crop duster loader in Arizona there.
Wait, what is a crop duster loader?
Well, you load crop dusting planes. I mean, God, what am I talking to, an idiot or something?
Listen, I have no background in crop dusting, except I know that a crop duster dated the lesbian daughter on Petticoat Junction. Do you remember that?
Okay, well...
You know, and I don't need those 3 girls in the drinking supply at the beginning of the show each night. You know, they're all up in the water tower. She's dating a crop duster. Get out of the water. I want to stay here.
So I loaded biplanes, the Stearmans, full of dust-to-dust lettuce fields with. I mean, man. And then I went to, I was in drama school, and I got out because a guy by the name of Joe St. Dennis said that I was going to be very good, and I didn't know he was gay, and he asked me to come out to L.A., and so I did with my mother and my new wife and my baby, Tiffany.
Was he going to introduce you to big stars?
Big producer people, and went out there, and he wanted me to stay at his house.
And I'm sure somewhere along the line he would have called you Coach.
There.
I got to take a commercial. We'll be right back.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Afrin Nasal Spray. Afrin, because you shouldn't have to wait.
We're back with Craig T. Nelson, who I am about to put in a hammerlock and rub his little noggin raw. We put another...
Sure.
We got another show behind us, and we gotta go. Good night, teenagers.
Tomorrow night at 8, this kid's got all the right moves. Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. Tomorrow night at 8, only on Channel 5. Now, stay tuned for classic comedy on The Honeymooners next.
When in Los Angeles, guests of the Dennis Miller Show stay at the St. James Club and Hotel. It's the news of the week with your anchorman, Dennis Miller.
Thank you for that unsolicited applause. Good evening, and what can I tell you? In a surprising burst of candor this week, President Bush issued a warning to all American voters. Quote, "This is all I need to destroy the world. So if I was you, I'd think twice about sending me a message at the polls, okay?" Paul Tsongas, in an attempt to avoid the same mistakes George Bush has made this week, looked over possible vice presidential candidates. Here, Tsongas covers the mouth of C. Everett Koop as he tries to tell the "find my keys and I'll drive us out" joke. CIA Director Robert Gates broke precedent this week when he accidentally told the truth at a press conference. And George Bush shows what he would do if he was standing behind Pat Buchanan on the edge of a really giant volcano. Yeah. You know, nothing seems to be going right for the president. Last night, while giving a speech in Los Angeles at the Century Plaza Hotel, he was haunted by the ghost of Detective Frank Drebin. Earlier in the week, the Bushes and the Reagans shared a hearty chuckle when they reflected on everything they've gotten away with over the last 12 years. Bush is attending a drug summit in San Antonio. See, Bush really wants to win the war on drugs. He's going to let the ozone deteriorate so badly that it burns up all the marijuana, and then he's going to let the economy plummet to the point where nobody can afford the drugs. See, he's got a plan. GM Chairman Robert Stempel demonstrated with his fingers how wide the shaft would be that he would give his employees this week. GM, reeling after recording a record $3 billion loss this week, unveiled a new strategy. Anybody buying 3 new Chevys would be given a really giant truck. Gladys Fulton won the grand prize for her custard pie, one of hundreds of pies eaten on a hot Florida afternoon by Judge Willard Scott, who went out later for pasta and a life-size fudge replica of Elvis for dessert. Leona Helmsley has lost her appeal, obviously. Crown-hungry Prince Charles this week set up his mother with Klaus von Bülow. The Pope John Paul look-alike contest was a big hit this week. Here the pontiff is shown consoling the last-place finisher. Former Philippine First Lady Imelda Marcos was ecstatic yesterday when she finally found her dead husband's checkbook. Here we see the original crew of the Starship Enterprise as they take a bow following their performance in Star Trek, the play. You can catch them at Ray's Dinner Theater in Skokie, Illinois through Sunday. Phasers on prime rib. Here we see Scott Persons and Dan Padian as they run with a tray full of drinks during the Kennedy Estate waiter auditions. After the announcement this week that diaphragms may cause toxic shock syndrome in women that wear them, plans were stopped to market these combination nightlight IUDs. Dr. Goran Klintman unveiled his new invention this week, the Norelco Super Shaver, which can shave a patient's entire body in under 3 seconds flat. Drug czar Bob Martinez looks on pensively when, during the announcement of the new Bush drug policy, he realized he was about to peak. Famed suicide doctor Jack Kevorkian didn't let his recent trial get in the way of his busy practice. Here, Kevorkian bids a fond adieu to his latest patient. You know, I've got this scratchiness in my throat. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish this. I wish there was somebody else here who could do this newsman job.
we see a large, hairy-nosed wombat holding a big stuffed raccoon. At the Grammys this week, Michael Bolton won Best Male Pop Vocal for his remake of When a Man Loves a Woman, and Natalie Cole won for her remake of her dad's Unforgettable. Grammy officials are guessing that songs written this year will win Grammys in the years 2000. After years of entertaining children, Captain Kangaroo has brought a yacht, or, for that matter, bought a yacht, and told everybody to go screw themselves. Just give me 1 second, will you? White supremacist Tom Metzger tells reporters he's not only a member of the Aryan Hair Club, but he's also a client. I've forgotten how I used to end this. Oh, yeah, I gotta think about it. There was some way I had an ending for this.
Chevy, you ignorant slut. Harshly. For you to come on this show and usurp Dennis Miller.
Guess what? That's it. That's the news. I'm Chevy, I'm Helen Reddy, and you're not.
Live on tape, it's the Dennis Miller Show. Tonight, Chevy Chase, rock and roll with Ugly Kid Joe. From Wayne's World, Tia Carrera. This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Pringles. So fresh, once you pop, you can't see.
Thank Danny for coming in and being our surprise guest. It still gives me a thrill when I see those guys together. It reminds me of those. Yeah, isn't it cool? Yeah. That first year, SNL was, I think, about as funny as it ever gets on television. My first guest is, and you're not, Chevy Chase, folks. Chevy. Mr.
Well,
Chase.
It's good to see one of our own finally doing it.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Chevy. You know what kills me is that I did that show for 6 years, and every time anybody ever interviewed me, the first question was, what's it like to follow Chevy? Yeah. And I think you only did 23 shows, didn't you, or something?
Yeah, 23 shows. That was it.
Wasn't that weird? Did you do 23 shows 15 years ago, and you make such a dent that to this day, that's all anybody talks about?
Yeah, but you know what? Actually, that's unfair. It's unfair to everybody who's doing that show now. I mean, Mike and Dana and all those guys, and Phil, because you all get the rap of, well, what about the legends? You know, and all that stuff. I mean, that's never been fair.
Yeah.
So, you had your way of doing it. I had my way. Jane had her way of doing it. And Kevin does it now. Kevin
yeah, you did it with him last week, or a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, he does. You know, and it's always, how can I follow, you know, how can I follow Dennis? So, same thing.
Now, looking back, was that like, did you think you left too soon? Was that like...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If I'd known...
No, I mean, just from...
If I'd known you were coming on, I would have stayed a lot longer. Yeah, I did miss it. I miss it a lot. And I always regretted it, but I kept quiet about that for a number of years. It was more of, and I think you know that because you knew Lauren well, too, that it was relatively personal decision that made me leave.
Yeah, it wasn't even showbiz as much as it was you wanted to get
It's not like
married.
I had a lucrative contract out here. I wanted to get married.
Mm-hmm.
And when...
What a softy Chevy is. He had it all, and he left it for the love of a good woman. Now, when did that marriage end?
Lasted less than a year. Kaput, 9 months. Took half of everything I owned.
Yeah, but she got you out of the show.
Yeah. This is a nice set. This is sort of a cross between Twin Peaks and Michael Eisner's house in Aspen. Have you been there?
Oh, I had a better chance actually being the Twin Peaks than I have the Michael Eisner's house, for God's sake.
But the guy who did this, I understand, is the same guy, Leo Yoshimura, who did
Saturday Night
Live. It's a beautiful set, and I'd like to congratulate Leo.
Yeah, Leo.
Let's bring him out here.
Leo always plays
He always played Lieutenant...
in Star Trek.
Who is it?
Lieutenant...
The guy in the front.
Zulu.
Zulu, yeah.
Yeah,
Leo had been up 4 nights just building the set for Star Trek, and then there he'd be playing Sulu and missing his lines. Well, Belushi and me and Dan had been sleeping all night.
To this day, maybe the 2 funniest sketches on SNL were the original Star Trek. And then the one with Lovitz. Did you see the Lovitz one when Shatner addressed?
Yeah, very funny.
Isn't that funny that both of them were
When you have Shatner, you can't lose.
Yeah, that was so great when he said, Shatner finally looked at the people and said, "Get a life."
Yeah.
I think it was a cathartic moment for America at that point.
I think he meant it.
Yes, he did. And by the way, I saw Shatner doing a dramatic reading today of Rocket Man. Have you ever seen this video?
No.
At a science fiction convention, they got him to do a dramatic
Get a life,
reading.
Dennis.
It's the best TV I've ever seen in my life. It is the funniest thing. We got to show it to you after the show. I've got a copy of it. Do you ever go back and look at any of the tapes of the old show, or did you just
Recently
leave it
I
behind?
did. I recently looked back at some of the early stuff, the Pryor show, and some of the Buck Henry stuff in the Elliot Gould show, and they were very funny. I really got a kick out of them. And times changed, you know. It really, people say, well, the show's not as good, and but it was more that the tenor of the times changed, I think, and it was difficult to deal with comedy during a period when you had a president with the brain of an egg timer, basically.
You and Lauren went down and met him, though, right?
Yeah. No, that was Ford. I'm talking about Reagan. I'm talking about the 80s, you know, the entire 80s.
When you say a president with the brain of an egg timer, I got a whole handful to deal from there.
Ford was the bunt cake.
What was he like when you met him? Did he enjoy the thing I love about you, your impersonations were so ballsy because you never made any impression, you never made any attempt to look or act like these people.
There are 2 very bad stand-up comics in this world I'm not a stand-up. Steve Martin, who is a good stand-up comic, but 2 of the worst mimics in the world are Steve and I. We just can't and won't even touch it. So I just figured for Ford, it was just hit your head and go, no problem. And that was it. And that covered it. Whereas Dan could do, you know, great Nixon, great Tom Snyder, any of them. He could do great Carter.
Yeah, Danny
wasn't my thing.
Danny was seamless. Now, tell us about the new film. I saw it last night. I thought it was great. And I went out to...
It's great of you to see it. It's
great that you find that great.
If I may say so, it's great that I'm here. I know you have a clip. It's basically called Memoirs of an Invisible Man, and will always be called that. And
great.
Based on a novel, and it's great that I made it. And
is the clip great?
It's terrific, terrific.
Okay,
Let me explain this clip before we roll it. I'm invisible in it. You can see me, and in the film you'll see me most of the time because the studio said we simply don't want to spend $40 million on a film that we can't see you in, Jeff. I was saying I simply don't want to work. If I could be invisible, I wouldn't have to. But the fact of the matter is, when the audience's point of view is watching my character, they can see me. And I think what you have here is also some kind of B-roll that explains what we're about to do, and then they show the scene as shot. So you're invisible? As far as you know.
Thus, the pathos.
There you have it.
All right, let's look at the clip, Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
I don't even know what it is.
B-roll? What the hell is it?
But he has to look at you to jump back, right? You're just keeping a dead path, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well,
So
I'm not jumping out of his way.
No,
He would miss me anyway.
Yeah. But to make it closer, if you did spot me...
Why not I spot you and jump out of your way?
Jump out of the way, and I'll just keep right there.
So then when I come up here, I'll take my time this much, And then I'll see you.
And go for it. And right about then, I'll be right past the white line right here.
Yeah, and I'll, okay.
Dive
Good
out
luck
of the
for
way.
both of us. Okay.
Hey, wait a second,
Hey,
man.
wait a minute.
What gives? Where's the clip?
There was no clip. I guess that was just some kind of videotape of us shooting a scene.
Last time I...
That's not, in fact, the scene in the movie.
Who were those guys? The last time I,
have
saw
no
them any
idea.
ponytails,
That was,
it was Josie
John
and the
Carpenter.
Pussycats, for God's sake.
You meant Sean Connery, didn't you?
Yes, I did. We're going to be back with Dr. Chase and discuss Memoirs of an Invisible Man a little more right after this
And
with
your
Chevy
help.
Chase, folks. Bye-bye. Welcome back, Chevy Chase. Geez, I wish they would have sent us an actual clip because there's so many.
I wish they had sent us is the correct syntax.
I'm constantly haunted by this man.
I wish I would have would be the conditional subjunctive at the wrong time. I'm just kidding.
All right, conditionally, subjectively. What
No,
the hell
you're
was
right.
with that
I
clip?
wish we had a clip. What was with the clip? We don't have a clip?
There's so many funny, some of the visuals in there were so funny when you're smoking. That was that some anti-smick statement there, or what?
A little bit. There's a lot of visual special effects in this, and they are expensive, and they're basically done by the same guys that did Terminator 2, and Predator, and The Abyss, and it's a workout. It's a workout on the actor because I had to wear lenses that covered my eyes and black makeup in my mouth and all around my face, and just general junk on me, glycerin and syrup. And Daryl kisses this invisible man who's come out of the rain as if there's nothing on it. I mean, it looks like she's kissing a beautiful image. She's getting crap all over her hands, black all over her face, and it's take after take after take. I mean, it's a tough life.
When she took... You talk about your conditional subjunctive. Now, when you were out with her at dinner, that was the funniest scene. You look like Jimmy Swaggart or something, or some...
No, a little like Roy Orbison, or...
yeah, really bizarre wig.
But these are inside jokes. You have to see the movie, too.
Oh, the movie isn't even out till tomorrow, right?
It's not out until... It opens tonight.
Can they go see it, come back, we meet here Saturday and talk about it?
I'd like to be here tomorrow morning.
Okay, sure. We'll do AM Chevy.
Thanks for seeing me.
Now, you were a host one night. Didn't you try this once? Do you find it as difficult as I do sometimes?
I tried it once on Carson, and it was so tough. That's why I watched you your first week, because I thought, I feel for this guy, because I don't think I made eye contact any further than that mic between you and me. Didn't hear a word the other person said. Was only conscious of the fact that it seemed like even the shortest sentence my guest said seemed like an hour. Like, I should be talking, I should be funny now.
Right.
It's time for me to cut in. I haven't talked in a long time. I haven't heard a word they said. I mean, it was just frightening. It's a very scary thing. And you'd think that people such as us who come out of live television, that this would be a snap, but it really isn't. It's very difficult, and you're doing a great job.
Well, thanks, Chevy. You know, thank you. Now you did this one night. You hosted a talk show, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. What happened?
I was doing not paying attention.
I know, and I was just doing Bob and Ray.
Okay, beautiful. Now Carson, he's the genius at it, isn't he? Jesus, when you watch
Well,
it.
you know.
Oh, I said Jesus. Sorry.
I don't think he'll mind. I've known Johnny a long time.
Both JCs.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is it's not a question of who's better. It's a question of what it is about each person individually. What Johnny's great at is making his guests look good.
Right.
This is a very funny guy. He's been doing it a long time, for 30 years. And he's still, in spite of all the stuff you hear about how close to the vest he is and how egotistical and all those things that are rumors, he still makes it his job to see to it that his guest looks good. And that's a very tough thing in making this kind of show work, and he does that well.
Now, you play poker with him and Steve, right?
Yeah, Steve Martin and Carl Reiner and Dan Melnick and Neil Simon and Johnny Carson. It's a very funny game. I have my poker face, which the whole game is this. That way you never know if it's bad or good.
Who's the best bluffer out of that group?
Steve never bluffs.
No.
If he starts betting, you know he's got, a king-high
So
flush.
he's like the jerk when he plays.
That's right. That's right. Johnny's out he's just out. He's out. He's not going to play till he's got a winner. Then he's a big winner. Barry Diller loses thousands, but
he doesn't have to lose anymore.
Very funny. Yeah, yeah. It's just a fun game, and doesn't take a lot of deep minds to play this game. These are games where hold a card up your forehead and bet on it. That kind of thing. It's not heavy poker.
Right. Hey, now, did I hear, I thought I heard you, maybe it was on Alan King. He does that fine show on Comedy Central, Inside the Comedy Mind. Were you serious that you might go back to television at some point in the future? Or?
I am now.
I mean, doing a regular show, I thought I heard
doing it here.
You have any interest in that?
No, I don't think so. It could happen. It would depend really on the money. And it would depend on the venue. And really, it would depend on whether I could have my way, totally. Be subversive and, do what I want.
I'd imagine if you walk back into TV, they'd write you a blank check as far as doing what you want, though.
I don't know about that. I mean, I've been off for some time, and I make movies now, and, it's a different thing. It's tough. I don't know.
Well, this movie I thought was interesting for you because...
Am I supposed to be looking at you? I can't tell from the setup.
Yeah, it's
whether I'll be looking at you.
We're trying to work on this.
Toward that.
Well, actually,
most of this
over that way.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, yeah.
I thought this last film was great, and it was more like foul play, where you got back to acting instead of just doing Chevy. Sometimes your movies are, it's funny when you do Chevy, but you were definitely playing a character in this one. Is that what you'd like to do in the future?
True. It was more like that, and in fact, the first time I see Goldie in Foul Play, I made a move that once I had filmed Memoirs, I realized was the same exact move I made when I saw Goldie. I was throwing a peanut into my mouth, chewing, and I saw her and stopped. And in this one, I look at Daryl, I'm throwing a peanut in my mouth, I see her and I stop, and it's 10 years later.
Same peanut?
The same peanut.
Everything's recycled in Hollywood.
The whole thing, yeah.
Good to see you, Chevy.
Is that it?
Well, yeah, we got a...
It's worse than Letterman.
Huh?
I didn't even finish the sentence.
I'm sorry, there you were finished. Chevy Chase, folks. We'll be right back with Little Joe Kidd.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by...
Let me get over here. We got that? He's going to have it? Okay, Academy Award nominations are in, and they've already knocked off the plots and titles for the X-rated film community. Look at take a look now at the monthly calendar from the Nude Art Theater right here in Hollywood, California. All right, some of the films coming up. We have Glen Canyon, Thelma on Louise, City Liquors. Edward Scissorglands is coming in. Oh, Madame Ovary and Europa Myropa. It's the foreign film. All Tarts of Darkness. The Last Girl Scout. My Own Private Hoe. Yeah, in the booth, you need not move on to the next one until they discontinue applauding. The Swisher King, stop. Beauty on the Beast. Oh, Jugsy. And J.F. blank blank K. Oh, big one. Hooker. Naked Munch, and a bisexual built for two. So those are some of the films coming up at the New Arts Theater. Okay, a little piece of comedy there. My next guest was discovered a la Lana Turner. Who? In a Hawaiian supermarket. She spent 2 years as Jade Sung on General Hospital and is the excellent Babe in Wayne's World. Tia Carrera, folks. Excellent, yeah. Greetings, Jade Sung.
Oh, it's so nice to be here. Thank you. No, I don't really talk like that.
Was that what your character was like, though?
Well...
Soaps are so broad that they actually make you,
Well, I cannot sit here further and dishonor my family by listening to this garbage.
that sort of thing. Now, what is this Lana Turner story about? I know she was discovered at Schwab's, or where did they get you?
There. I was at the food pantry in Waikiki. Ooh, plug.
What
no.
owl?
I'm sorry?
What owl?
On Oahu, the big city.
No. That is so cute. You made a joke. I said, what owl in the store, and you said, what
I thought you had an accent, so I sort of...
No. I could see where they picked you for Wayne's World. You got that out there sensibility. So anyway, you're in the store, and what?
Okay.
And tell me the story.
So I'm standing in the checkout stand with a garland of flowers around my head with full makeup. We walk around like this in Hawaii, so it's not unusual. But this producer's mother and father approached me and said, "Oh, darling, you're gorgeous. You should see my son. He's doing a movie here in Hawaii." And I'm like, yeah, right, you know, okay.
What do you mean, yeah, right? Did you think somebody had hired old people to get to come up and fake this so I could score with you?
It's a white slavery thing that they do in Hawaii.
Edna, Ike, go hit on her for me.
Okay, all right. I was 17. My mother told me not to take candy from strangers and not to accept movie offers from old people.
Okay.
So I went in and I had no idea what I was doing. I was 17 years old, and I just gave away my age. No, I'm just kidding. So I went in and I read for the part. I had no experience, but I got the female lead in this film called Aloha Summer.
Aloha Summer.
And
now, that has a little bit of a bee tinge to it. Was it a, well, you know, I'm not denigrating you, but, you know, Aloha Summer sounds like, you know, that...
It was a fun, fancy-free coming-of-age film that opened 5 years after it was done.
The feel-good hit of the decade.
But no, it was great because I got my Screen Actors Guild card out of it. And then I could continue to work. So I moved to LA after that and then got on the soap about 6 months later. So it's like acting fell out of the sky and hit me on the head. And
yeah, because you were a singer, right, at first? Or?
I was singing. I loved to sing so much that I'd enter all the talent contests. There was a talent contest called Brown Bags to Stardom. And I forgot to bring you your double album from 1984, but I couldn't find it. What was I saying?
You were talking about Brown Bags to Stardom. Oh, ignore that.
That happened to Chevy too, didn't it?
It's not the size of the mic. Hey, geez, settle down over there. Now, tell me, how was it working with my old cronies, Mike and Dana? Did you have a blast on that?
It was great. It was a lot of work for me.
Yeah?
It's my first big gig, you know?
Did you know you were going to be the fabulous Babe at first, or?
Well, it was weird because,
or
I mean,
did you know Wayne's World even?
When I first went in for the part, I had seen like a bit of one Wayne's World. I didn't even know what it was called or anything. But when I read the script, I knew exactly what it was all about, and it was great. But I didn't realize until I saw the movie all put together that I was built up to be the ultimate Babe, which is sort of a lot of responsibility.
Babeitude.
Babeitude. Yeah, was it Babelicious?
Babylon, yeah.
In USA Today. I don't know.
I used to sit in the office there when Mike would think of that stuff, and I'd think, I don't know, is this going to go anywhere? And then $35 million in 2 weeks later.
Wow, yeah. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah. Now, what, are you going to go back to singing now, or has the singing video that I saw amplified your music career?
Yes, it has. It's opened up a lot of doors, and we're negotiating right now, so I can bring my music full circle, you know, 8 years later.
And you're getting hitched, too, right? Coming up soon?
I'm getting hitched, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
You're going to go back to...
But that sounds so negative.
No, I love being hitched. I'm a big fan. Are you going to go back to Hawaii and do that Paradise Hawaiian style Elvis thing with the out? You remember Elvis got married in that thing? When I was a little kid, that was the coolest thing, you know? He got married in the outrigger.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see? You're from Hawaii and you didn't see Elvis Blue Hawaii?
No.
You know who Elvis is?
Yeah, they have that new stamp. Right?
Yeah. They have 2 stamps.
They have 2 stamps.
One's a big airmail stamp. That's from later in life. But come on, folks. Elvis let it go at the end. It's not me. He should have drank some Nutrisystem. Now, all right, Tia. Well, it's good to meet you. And the film's a big hit. Good luck with your marriage. And we'll be right back after this. I think we're going to have Ugly Kid Joe again. All right. I'd like to thank my guests, Chevy Chase, Stan Aykroyd, Ugly Kid Joe. The album is As Ugly as They Want to Be. Tia Carrera, the album is Wayne's World. And, hey, it's the weekend. I'm going to go find Loverboy and live for it. Good night, teenagers. Bye-bye.
How far will the Beast go to protect the woman he loves? Heather Locklear and Louis Jourdan star in The Return of the Swamp Thing. Tomorrow night at 6, only on Channel 5. Now, stay tuned for Monsters next.
KPLA on 45 years of fine-tuning.
From Los Angeles, live on tape, it's the Dennis Miller Show. Tonight from Wayne's World, Mike Myers, Doogie Howser's Max Casella, actor Victor Love, and now it's him.
I had to wear the hat out because I did an interview the other day and I forgot the name of our affiliate in Philadelphia, so I had to wear their Philly 57 WGBS TV. There, I've made amends with you. Now I'm going to take the hat off because it's incredibly square. And you see, I'm a 3-peg head. Who's on that 7th peg, man? I do not want to meet that guy. That is just like a little loaf of bread souffle head man, you know.
I'm a 7-peg man.
No, get out of here,
Give it to me, I'll show you, man. Honest to God. You know, I can't wear this comfortably. I got to go all the way to the end. Last peg. Oh, is that comfortable?
Wow.
I have the largest head in show business.
Wow. You know what they say about men with big heads? They think they have big penises. All right. Goldie. Who's sitting in with the band here, Goldie?
Well, we got a couple guys. Premier trumpet player, film composer extraordinaire, Mark Isham. Yeah. And all week we've had Terry Bozzio on drums. From Jeff Beck, Missing Persons.
Of the Missing Persons, Del Bozzio, pink hair, Missing Persons, Bozzio?
That's the one.
Beautiful, all right. Nice to have you here, boys. All right, let's get to the news. You okay? Oh, Wayne's here. I got a knot person in the crowd. All right. Yeah, knothead. All right. Negative campaigning hit a new low in the Democratic race this week when ex-President Jimmy Carter endorsed Bill Clinton. She's brutal out there. Carter called Clinton, quote, an honest, decent, competent, idealistic, practical man. Carter said he left out hypoallergenic and dishwasher safe because he didn't want to lay it on too thick, okay? Bill Clinton's pathetic plan to give his wife Hillary a cabinet job, thereby shedding his image as a lousy husband, has backfired on him. Everyone hated the idea, so now he's just going to, quote, buy her something real pretty. Should have had a tooth blacked out for that one, huh? Sunday go to meeting dress. All right, I'll never make that face again, I promise you. Bill Clinton and Jerry Brown differ on gun control laws. It's now obvious. Brown said he'd try a 5-year ban on the manufacture of handguns, while Clinton wants a mandatory 7-day waiting period on gun sales to jealous husbands. So there's quite a lot of... Clinton and Clarence Thomas's personal lives are so similar they could be golf partners, just not at Clinton's country club. You know, Jerry... Jerry Brown says he always knew that eventually his candidacy would be taken seriously because he read it in the prophecies of Nostradamus. And, you know, even though Brown has practically asked Jesse Jackson to be his vice president, Jackson won't even endorse him for the presidency. Ouch. You know, that's like when you tell someone you love them and they say, oh, that's nice. New York City, Detroit, and Washington, D.C., 3 cities hit hardest by unemployment, crime, and dwindling federal funds, have officially seceded from the United States of America and declared themselves Russian commonwealths in a desperate attempt to be eligible for $24 billion in aid from the Bush administration. And, anybody remember the good old days when we just hated each other? The Russians, huh? Former President Richard Nixon called Bush's huge aid package to Russia, quote, pathetically inadequate. Well, for God's sakes, when did Dick Nixon become our social conscience, huh? Why don't we just dig up Bruno Hauptmann and see what he thinks about the package? I can't believe Nixon called it inadequate. I think the aid package is as pathetically inadequate as his presidency was. You know, in Libya yesterday, thousands gathered outside foreign embassies, rioting, throwing rocks, burning cars. No protest, just Wednesday. And here's a weird story. A tremendous 38-acre fungus. Did you see this bizarre outer limits story? They found a 38-acre fungus growing underneath Michigan. Scientists say the giant mushroom is what caused the United States to hallucinate and think we were doing well during the Reagan and Bush years. Yeah, Clinton had a little, but he didn't swallow. Yeah. Imagine this, a fungus thousands of years old, covering 30 acres, and we just discovered it. Kind of makes you think we need to get a few of our scientists out of the weapons lab, huh? See, this is in the news. Mike Lovitz, president of the CAA, topped Premier Magazine's annual Top 100 Most Powerful People in Hollywood edition again yesterday. Lovitz said he doesn't take this stuff seriously. He had to go behead a member of his staff. And, wow, he is powerful. I feel like Joe Esterhaus all of a sudden. And finally, General Motors said its top executive did not receive bonuses last year because the company lost $4.5 billion. You know, you lose $4.5 billion, you should not only turn in your key to the executive washroom, you should start cleaning it, okay? Tonight, my guests are from Wayne's World, Mike Myers, folks. Give me my stick. And, who else we got? From Doogie Howser, Max Casella. Try to hit that. And from the Hank Gather story, Victor Love. I'm going to try to hit that lens. Bring it down low. Victor Love, give him a hand. Oh. One more. I think I got too much curve on this baby. All right. I'm not fucking around. We'll be right back, folks. Thank you. Welcome back, folks. You know, the further you are from your last dentist appointment, the closer you are to your next. There we have the topic for tonight's For and Against Going to the Dentist. The case for going to the dentist, he gives you laughing gas. Against, his gas